Hey guys, so it is now Monday. I got sleep. I was getting so exhausted last night working on his nursery and clothes and everything. I was just getting so tired. But it's Monday now and I'm about to straighten my hair. I'm gonna do a bump photo. I still hear all the time, even being like people now are just now saying, oh my gosh, you are pregnant. Yeah, I am. But like people just assume I am so much earlier on in my pregnancy than I am. And it is kind of weird, like being such a bigger girl, I would have assumed I got big. Like I just had it in my head I was going to be the biggest pregnant woman in the world. Moving on, I have a really bad sore throat. This sore throat I've had since Mother's Day. It has not gone away one time. I wake up with it every day and it either affects this ear or this ear. It's usually my left ear, but today it's affecting my right and I don't like it. I cannot shake it. I can't get rid of it. It really, really sucks. I did not know until I watched Natalie's vlog that even allergies you really can barely get rid of when you're pregnant. Like I thought it would only be like a cold that would be hard to get rid of, but even allergies. So I can't get rid of it. But today is Memorial Day and we are gonna have more of a chill one. My husband had stuff he had to do again today. We've just been really busy, you know, trying to get everything together. So we didn't plan anything for this weekend. So he's busy today and then I'm gonna do the nursery. I'm gonna put in a couple hours of work. So there's a lot of moms who follow my channel now, like a lot of new moms that I've like made friends with and stuff. And I happen to be on Instagram and I just wanted to say this just to kind of clarify it here because it's something that my sister-in-law and I talk about a lot. Someone had posted like a story of their baby and I think they weren't even like driving or anything, just the baby was in the car seat and they just wanted to snap a cute photo. And I hate being that person who comments or tells a mom especially how things should be done. I hate being that person. Like I don't want to, I refuse to do it. But I feel like there's some people who just don't know car seat safety and how like the baby's supposed to be positioned in the car seat. There's just a lot of people who don't know. The clip is supposed to be at their armpit level. If you have the clip too low, if you were to get into an accident, the clip being on their stomach can actually cause more damage to their organs. And also, if it's low, it doesn't support them. You know, if they were to jolt forward, maybe the little arm squeezes through the middle. You just wanna make sure that the clip is at their armpit level. So anyways, I wrote this mom and just let her know like, hey, I'm sure you already know this. I'm sure you're not even in the car. You know, I don't know the situation, obviously. So I was like, I hate being that person, but I'm just gonna say it anyway. I told her, you know, the clip should be there and she was so appreciative about it. And that like really kind of inspired me. Like usually when people try and tell me I do something wrong or to fix it, like sometimes I'm like, I know everything and I get a little snappy, but I'm gonna need to take criticism when it comes to certain things with my son. If it's something that's like a safety concern, anything like as far as like parenting, I would never comment on, like I would never say anything. But the fact that it's like a safety concern, like how the baby should actually be structured in the car seat, that's the only reason why I said something. It's not like a parenting thing. It's not like she did something wrong. It's not like anything like that. I just wanted to mention it. And her just not knowing like really proves that a lot of new moms do not know and they don't educate, I think, parents enough on how the baby's supposed to be positioned in the car seat and how the car seat's really supposed to be positioned in the car. I don't feel like a lot of parents know. You guys, like I have really bad acid reflux today and I think it's because I've drank like 4 things of water, like 4 Yeti bottlefuls of water. The more water I drink, the more acid reflux I get, no doubt. So I definitely encourage you guys, if you guys see myself, I'm not gonna speak for everyone, but if you see myself like with my son, if I ask a question like I asked, should you put like a car seat liner underneath the car seat, or I asked on Twitter what car seat liner you guys recommended, like the kind that goes between the car seat and your actual car, and everyone tweeted me saying those aren't safe, they're actually not recommended, yada yada yada. I had no idea that they weren't something that was recommended. No idea at all. It blew my mind. So I was really appreciative of that. I'm like, oh, okay, well, now I know, you know, if we do decide to do it, like how to make sure that it's definitely in tight and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so it's kind of one of those things where like I, as the parent, I get to decide, okay, although it's not recommended, should I still do it? Or could I still do it? Or will I still do it? Or whatever. You guys see me doing something silly, like if I put him in a rock and play and he needs to be buckled in or something like that, and it's something that's like a safety concern, please like tell me, like let me know. Let me know, you know, if I post a photo, just like let me know, hey, by the way, you don't have to be mean, you don't have to accuse a mother of being a bad mom. All right, so your girl needs to wake up. I just threw my hair up really quick because this acid reflux is driving me nuts today. I cannot battle it. It is like winning hardcore. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna eat because I need some food in me, and everyone is commenting like on how much bigger my bump has gotten. Yes, my bump has grown significantly, and I think that's where a lot of my stomach problems are coming, because like my stomach has felt really, really sore. It doesn't feel sore anymore, not that bad, but it's been feeling extremely sore, and I think it's because like he must have went through like some sort of growth spurt or something to where like I'm extending out now instead of just up. So yes, my bump is definitely a lot bigger now, and when I saw my bump photos, I'm like, holy crap. So anyways, there's that. It literally grew overnight though, honestly, like literally overnight. Even yesterday people were like, wow, you're tiny, but today I'm pretty big. So I'm gonna eat because I'm starving and try and wake up a little bit. So I got a bunch of packages. My husband and I ordered a ton. I think like $400 or $500 worth of stuff on Amazon for our hospital bags, for me, like so much stuff. So I do need to do laundry now that I think about it. I do want to go clean a bunch of his stuff. I'm gonna go in his room here in a minute. I still have a little bit more work I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna go in his nursery and organize again. I feel a lot more refreshed and like ready to go for it. I think what was happening last night is we bought those organizers, and I decided not to use them for the 0 to 3 month part because it was taking up more room using them than just like stuffing the drawer full. So I did like a bunch of rows full of stuff without the organizer. The organizers really aren't sized for my drawers either, which is a little frustrating. I guess my drawers are a little bit smaller, so that's frustrating, but I know I can use these for so many other purposes. So I have spent the whole day in the nursery. I got all the clothes put away. I completely finished, which is crazy. Everything is organized and ready to go. I have his newborn and 0 to 3 months in his dresser ready to go. Still have a little bit of room in one drawer, so I think I'm gonna add maybe his bibs and like hats and stuff like that, like just little knickknacks. I think it's gonna go in that drawer. So I'm really excited. It makes me like a little bit emotional just like thinking like I'm playing with his clothes, I'm playing with all the little like things he's gonna be wearing. Like I'm not just doing this for baby doll or for my nephew, I'm doing it for my son, and it's just so surreal. It really is. Like this is just like such a special time. So I'm kind of soaking it in. As much as I want to meet him, this is just so special still. I want to enjoy the rest of this pregnancy as much as I can. Like I just want to soak it all in because it's not gonna last much longer. He's coming like soon. Anyway, I have sheets, blankets. I found some swaddles. I didn't know I had any swaddles. They're not really swaddles, they're just called blankets, but I mean it could be used as a receiving blanket, a swaddle, you know, whatever you want to use it for. It's just a blanket. But yeah, I'm watching those. All the sheets for like his bassinet, for his crib, for his play yard, for his changing table, just all of the things. So I'm just really excited and loving this. My husband picked out some really cute stuff. Like he's the one who picked out pretty much most of the stuff because I don't know if I have the greatest taste in boys, like boy stuff. So I was like, you know what, you pick stuff out because I don't know if I have great taste. So yeah, I am just getting really excited and really happy. And tomorrow I have my 36-week appointment. So yeah, I'm just feeling really good. I have been like watching different like labor stories and labor videos, and I'm just at such like a peace with it. Like I think it was like last Friday I had anxiety, but like my anxiety has gone down again. I don't really have a lot of anxiety. I just am kind of at peace at knowing like this is gonna happen and there is no predicting how terrible it's gonna be. You know, I just am like praying for the best. So that's really all you can do. You can't completely prepare yourself because you don't really know how labor's gonna go. So that's kind of where I'm at. Like I'm just gonna enjoy my pregnancy. I'm probably going to jump in the shower here. I'm gonna put a couple things away. Good morning, guys. I literally just rolled out of bed. I'm starting breakfast now though and gonna get some coffee in me. I stopped talking to you guys on Monday. I just got really deep into organizing the nursery and was like becoming obsessed over doing it. Like all I could think about all night like is just going in that nursery and fixing it up, and It's been really fun, actually. I'm surprised how much I've enjoyed it. Yesterday, we had my doctor's appointment. It was my 36-week appointment. He checked for dilation. I am not dilated. He also checked the cervix. My cervix is closed. Pretty normal though. I mean, I'm only 36 weeks. So there's that. I'm not dilated and my cervix is closed, which is fine. He measured my belly twice. The first time he measured it and just kind of didn't say anything and carried on with the rest of the appointment. He also did the heart rate and carried on with the rest of the appointment. Then he ended up saying, after he was done with everything, he's like, I'm gonna redo the heart rate because it was a little elevated. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so he checked the baby's heart and it was perfect. And he's like, I think it was because you were nervous, your adrenaline went to the baby. And I'm like, yeah. You know, when you get really nervous, it will raise the baby's heart rate. So anyway, everything was fine there. His heart rate was perfect. The doctor laughed. He's like, okay, yeah, everything's fine. But then he measured my belly again and was like, when you look at you, you don't have a very impressive belly. He goes, you're much smaller than most women during this time. No, you do have a long torso though. You know, the baby's been able to grow up and down rather than out. And I think I've talked to you guys about that before, and that's just common sense that told me that. But I never got the assurance from the doctor, and the doctor literally took the words out of my mouth. He said exactly what I've told you guys. He's been able to grow up and down. So that's why my belly hasn't really expanded out. So he was saying, he's like, you know, you are measuring 2 weeks ahead. And I told him, I was like, you know, at my last appointment, in fact, at most of my appointments, I have been measuring 2 centimeters bigger than, you know, my week. I told him that or whatever. And he's like, you know, because of the fact that I do have such a long torso, he was saying that he thinks that there's a chance that the baby could be bigger, and he doesn't want to take that chance. He doesn't want to take the chance of me going, let's say 40, 41 weeks even, and trying to deliver this massive baby. So he ordered me an ultrasound. So we're gonna go to an ultrasound possibly next week. Anyways, that is the update. I did post it onto Instagram. There's so many of you guys who are just so excited for us, and usually I'm more of a private person and I don't like to talk about a lot of stuff. But when it comes to the pregnancy, I know I am helping other women out who are possibly going through the same thing. And I know there's so many of you guys who are invested in this. So, you know, I really wanted to make sure that I update you guys, you know, when I can. So that's the new update. We might be seeing my little bundle again next week, which will be really exciting. We'll see how it goes. It really put into perspective that we are 4 weeks away from the due date, but if he is measuring ahead by 2 weeks, who knows? Maybe he is gonna be coming in 2 weeks. Maybe my 4 weeks is turning into 2 weeks. So definitely crazy, but I'm really excited, you guys. I'm so excited to meet him. So I've gotten some stuff done. The vacuum just now stopped going off. Floors look way better. I just need to vacuum the carpets. It's pretty much, I use the Roomba for the tile, and then I vacuum the carpets. And then on laundry days, before I throw all the laundry in, I have a Clorox mop. And one side you can kind of use as a sweeper. It just kind of picks up all the dust and the hair and stuff on the floor. So before I go ahead and start the load, I'll go ahead and run that through the house to pick up any loose ends. And then if I want to mop, I'll mop immediately after too. I love the Clorox one. It's the type that flips and everything. I had an O-Cedar one. It broke 10 times. I had to exchange it 10 times and I just gave up on it. The Clorox one is way better and it really grabs everything off the floor. But anyway, I am watching Natalie Renner's hospital bag video right now because I need tips, because I have a feeling I'm either going to underpack or overpack. I really don't want to bring pointless things. I know how I get, and I will just start bringing things that I think I may possibly need. But when it comes to being in pain and being uncomfortable and being in a hospital, I've never been a patient in a hospital before. I just know that I'm going to clam up and literally want to hide in a hole, and the last thing I'm gonna need is 50 things. I watch so many hospital bag videos and there is just so much stuff. Everyone I've talked to, they're all like, yeah, I watched videos on YouTube on what to bring to the hospital and I ended up overpacking like crazy. So you want to watch moms who already have a child. Natalie's perfect because she's already been through it. I'm wondering if I'm not getting emails because in one of my email accounts, I don't seem to be getting them on my phone. And let me know if you guys have the iPhone 8 Plus, or even with my 6 it didn't. I don't feel like I'm getting emails. I don't get emails until I refresh, and I have it set up to where it's push or fetch or whatever, but I will not get notifications until I actually manually go in there and check them, which is really difficult with my job. I need to get emails immediately. But anyway, just let me know if that happens to you. I'm gonna get to work, and yeah. So I'm trying to make sure that I just don't spend the entire day like sitting down. Having a stay-at-home desk job just makes it so difficult to stay awake. But anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna get some cleaning done because I've got to just step away from like simply sitting at work. Hopefully, the more I move around, the more I can start dilating, because I'm a little bit disappointed I'm not dilated. My husband has something really big coming up that he is hoping the baby is still cooking during that time, and hopefully he is, but there's like a really good chance like the baby could come early, you never know. So it's like I try not to get too far ahead of the game by like overly walking or overly using the exercise ball or the yoga ball or whatever. At the same time, I do not want to go in the hospital with zero dilation. That's like a fear of mine. I'm hoping I'm dilated some. I don't want to go in with zero dilation, and the doctor did not seem like I was like even close to dilating to even 1 centimeter. And then I'm hearing all these other girls are like 2 to 3 centimeters already, and I'm like, oh, that makes me so sad that I'm like nowhere near that. So I do want to get walking around and moving and stuff like that. So all right, so I need to get my butt some energy going again. I got a lot of cleaning done, which is awesome. I haven't done the floors yet, but I did get a lot of like dusting done and stuff that I've neglected for seriously ever. Anyone who came over probably just saw like dust galore. I was having a lot of issues with like my sinuses and stuff, and when I dust it makes it worse, but I was like, I can't take it anymore. So I dusted and wiped everything down, so that feels really good. So I need to go grocery shopping. We don't need a ton of stuff, but like I literally all day have been starving. I cannot, there are certain days that like I just cannot get enough food, and it sucks because I want to have enough food. So I think what I might do is make myself a smoothie and just go to the grocery store and pick up some stuff, because I need to get milk and like necessities. I need to get some more creamer. So anyway, yeah, I need to get myself together and get to the grocery store, and then I need to check like the weather, because I like to get my car washed on Wednesdays, and like my car needs a wash so bad. It has a ton of dead love bugs on it. Love bugs, which I don't know, do you guys all have love bugs where you live? Florida is like the hub for that. I just have a ton of dead love bugs on my car, and it actually will eat away at your paint, so you always want to make sure you wash it off. But it's been raining literally all day, and I don't want to go get a car wash just so it can get rained on my way home. So I need to check the weather. Hey you guys, it is Friday. I'm looking rough. It's Friday though. It is June 1st, which means it is baby month. I cannot even believe it's baby month. We found out we were pregnant in October, and it's baby month. So we woke up this morning really excited. We ended up getting out of bed and ran to Dunkin' Donuts because it's also a National Donut Day, so they were giving out free donuts if you bought a drink. So we both bought ourselves a coffee and got ourselves a free donut. So we did that this morning. I was working, but then we also were in his nursery. We were putting together stuff. We were taking everything out of boxes. His nursery's just kind of been in shambles. We've pretty much been doing that. He did a really good job. We put together his pack and play, which was a pain in the neck to put together, because we got the kind that has a diaper changing area in it plus a bassinet in it, and putting those together were a pain in the butt, and I'm still hoping that we did it right. But so we put that together. I don't really know when we're gonna use that. We originally intended on using that as his bed, like in our room, but our room barely has any room for it. And it's not that it's like too big, but like we could barely get around with it in there. So we ended up getting a bassinet from our in-laws. I do plan on utilizing our DockATot as well. I think that's pretty much everything we got done. Yesterday we babysat my niece, so we were with her, and my sister-in-law was over for a lot of the day. So we just had a good day yesterday, and then tonight we're gonna go celebrate because my sister-in-law passed a really big test. So we're gonna go celebrate with her tonight and just go to dinner, and I think we're going to Olive Garden, which I'm so excited for. Husband went to get his hair cut because his hair is out of control. I don't know why we didn't think to get his hair cut before the maternity photos. I think he ended up looking okay though, so that's fine. Maybe he did cut it. I don't know, but his hair is out of control. So he's getting a haircut right now, and then he's gonna mow the grass, and then we're gonna go. A little tired. I haven't really gotten a lot of sleep. Oh, but first, Dunkin' Donuts has cookie dough flavoring again. They didn't have it last year, and I don't know if they had it the year before, to be honest, but I know they definitely didn't have it last year, and I was upset. But they have it again, and it's just as delicious as I remember. I can't wait till I can have iced coffee again though, because I like iced lattes, but I like iced coffee a little bit more. But lattes are less caffeine. I am feeling a little bit tired though, a little bit run down. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night because he hurts me at nighttime now. He's just getting so much bigger that I do feel like he's like crowding my stomach. So at nighttime when I toss and turn, like if I go from my right to my left, my stomach hurts so bad, especially when I go from my right and I like will stop for a break like in the middle. Because when you just flip over, it hurts so bad. So sometimes I'll stop in the middle, but when I stop in the middle, it is so painful. Like my stomach hurts so bad. It hurts. I haven't been getting a lot of sleep because of that. Otherwise, I sleep okay once I am sleeping, but it's harder to get comfortable now. The pregnancy pillow is a lifesaver. It wasn't for some of the time. Like it kind of just depends. It depends how I want to sleep that night. But I do notice I sleep better with the pillow. I wake up probably every 2 hours to go pee now, and it's just a lot. So I'm not getting the good sleep anymore, and wow, I don't know why my face looks so red. That's all the updates. We have our appointment scheduled for next week to go do the ultrasound. This will just kind of give a better idea of how he's measuring to find out if maybe I need to be induced or I need to have a C-section. So I'm completely open to either one. A C-section makes me a little bit more nervous. I don't know why, because I was actually always for C-sections. I always thought like a C-section would be so much easier, and I'm sure it's easier than going through labor, but I bet you the recovery is just so hard. So I'm just kind of, I don't know, let me know what your thoughts are. This is just me thinking. I just would think recovering from a C-section would be so difficult, and then trying to learn to breastfeed and all the other things, I just feel would emotionally be so hard. But I know it can be done, so yeah, we'll see. Every woman's different anyway, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, if I need to be induced early, we're talking like I could have a baby probably anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks now. Probably anywhere between like 1.5 to 4 weeks, because I'm almost 37 weeks now. So we're talking like baby is coming like really, really soon. We need a hospital bag. We have a lot that we still need to do. I'm definitely getting way more uncomfortable. I feel like he's dropped a little bit. They always say if you can fit 4 fingers between like your breast area and your like belly, that means they've dropped, but I've pretty much always been able to do that. I'm really excited though, and you know, it's like one of those things where you just kind of wish you could just have the baby here already and just have already gone through everything. Like I wish I would have already gone through labor by now, because the waiting for labor is so difficult. We're getting so close, you guys. I posted my maternity photo too. Like I posted one of them for you guys, and like everyone was commenting on how much they loved it, and I was shocked. I didn't even post like my favorite ones yet, and I was shocked at like how many people had like the nicest things to say. So thank you very much. And also, to reiterate, I'm getting comments on my vlog saying like the weight is temporary and the weight's gonna go away. I don't know if people understood what I was trying to say. I'm not a vain person. I could care less if I weigh 800, 900 pounds. I want to be healthy, obviously, but like, I don't care if I'm a little bit overweight. It doesn't bug me. I don't think I'm any less of a person. My point of the maternity photos are, number one, I've never really been huge in maternity photos, and I don't know why. I mean, I want them, but I've never been like huge in them. I think being pregnant, I feel beautiful. Like I feel, honestly, like when I walk into a room, like I feel beautiful being pregnant, honestly. It's photos. I don't think people understand like where I was really coming from with that, because I mean, we're talking about someone who is in this career turning into someone who's so much bigger. Like my head personally is a little more twisted in how I think. But as far as like getting stretch marks and having all these flaws and being huge, I still feel beautiful. I feel every single stretch mark I have, like I love, and my husband loves, you know, like I grew a baby, I grew a child in me. Like I don't think people realize how I'm thankful for every single stretch mark I have. I'm thankful for being huge. Like that is just the honest truth. And so I don't want people to think I was being vain by saying, oh, I don't want to take photos because I look huge. Like that's not what I was saying, not at all what I was saying. Also, it's the energy. Like the thought of having to have gone to take photos exhausted me to think about. So it was mostly that. You know, I took them much later because I didn't have a belly until now, and my husband wanted me to have a belly in the photos, so we waited much later than a lot of other people. So exhaustion was really just like the other problem. I just was tired to do them. So don't take it the wrong way. Sorry, I had to change batteries, but don't think I was trying to say like, oh, I'm not beautiful because I'm pregnant, or oh, I don't feel beautiful, because I do. I don't know. Anyway, that's just something totally different. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up here. I'm gonna chug a ton of water. I think I'm gonna get ready for tonight. It's a little early, but I think I'm going to anyway. And I think my hubs might be home. So hopefully he's gonna cut the grass because it looks like a jungle outside.